to my parents and to whoever else, no, I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay on my couch and watch football. And they're like, Jacob, you got to go outside. You got to actually do something. It's like, no, I want to stay here and watch football. Why do I need to actually interact with people?
This is what I do for a living.
You're an analyst.
I hate people.
You're an analyst.
I'm an analyst.
And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong with this game. I think it's going to be a good fight. I actually think it could be. I wouldn't even know if it's going to be like a defensive matchup or offensive, because when you look at Oklahoma, they have. I don't know. I think it's going to be a close one. I think Georgia's going to pull it out though.
I'm picking Oklahoma. I mean, this is a really good game.
It's a really good game. This is the best one.
I agree with you.
Of course.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield is absolutely amazing.
And the winner of this game will win the whole thing.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
Bold.
There it is, another bold prediction.
That's a good one.
I don't think you're crazy. I'm not an Alabama fan this year.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, sorry. So we'll save that for just a second.
But look, for me, I'm going Oklahoma. But it depends on Baker Mayfield's status, because he has an illness right now. I don't know if you guys been watching that.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be ready, though.
I just hope he's ready, and then, his energy, his fiery.
He's not going to miss that game.
No,
He's got 3 days.
He's going to play.
No, I understand. But
to get whatever it is out of his system.
I think that the offense is going to be too explosive. I know a lot of people are saying Georgia, because of their defense, is why they're actually one of the top teams.
Yeah.
And Bradley Chubb, too, is very good.
But they had really
Nick
bad
Chubb.
losses in the year. Like the one against Miami, they had really bad losses.
That's true, too.
Yeah, Georgia had some games that made you shake your head. Also on New Year's Day, number 1 Clemson will go up against number 4 Alabama in the Sugar Bowl to decide the other team that'll be in the CFP National Championship. Brandon, what do you think of the game?
Man, I'm telling you right now, this is like a new rivalry now. I mean, you always find these two teams playing against each other. I don't know what it is. It's not even really good for college football, honestly, because Alabama's always finding their way in.
It's getting their ratings
College
up, I think.
sports does well when there's that juggernaut team like UCLA in the 70s.
Okay.
It does do well. And OSU, too, with Archie Griffin in the 70s.
No, I
70s was
understand.
probably the best decade for college football. And college basketball, too. You had a lot of great players there. I am picking Clemson in this game. I'm not an Alabama fan. Said that earlier in the show. I'll say it again. It's amazing how Clemson has been able to stay so good missing Deshaun Watson.
And the quarterback is Kelly Bryant, who was a junior. So he's got his reps in, watching Deshaun Watson be out there. He's playing great this year. It's going to be, honestly, a quarterback matchup. Who's going to play better?
Dabo Swinney is, in my opinion, the best coach in college football. He is so good.
That's impressive.
I mean, what he is able to do with that program year after year after year. Hashtag soybean wind to all of my
Who's number 2 then?
Last Week Tonight fans. Number 2 might be Saban.
Okay.
I was going to say they have to be 1, 2.
Yeah, Nick Saban's
And then
a good
Urban
coach.
3.
And it can go back.
Urban Meyer, yeah.
I can see
You can put Urban Meyer 3.
Okay.
Jimbo Fisher would be up there, in my opinion.
Oh, now he's Texas A&M. Now let's see what he does with that.
Yeah, he'll do well there. He did well.
I know.
Harbaugh?
Oh, I forgot about Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And Michigan's
top
been
five,
slacking.
top five.
Michigan hasn't been,
I would put him
I'm
below
a big
5.
Harbaugh fan, thoh. I've always liked
Oh,
Harbaugh.
yeah, of course. So
Him as a coach, I would put him top 5.
You know what's funny? Next week, we'll be interviewing someone about Jim Harbaugh and his return to Michigan. That's
should be
really
interesting.
funny.
That's great.
You're listening to Beyond the Game on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. This show is on twice a week, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 3 p.m. I'm Jacob Volk. Sitting across from me, Brandon Johnson, Dominic Arbolino, and Eric Fischetti. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. So let's switch gears now to hockey. I wanted the true hockey maven tell that other guy can't say that enough. Boy, that's apropos for the show here today.
It's an ongoing theme today.
It's worth it, let me tell you. But she is hosting a viewing party for Canada, USA, and the World Juniors.
I think so, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how much she loves hockey.
She's into it.
You know what? I give her credit. She's the biggest hockey fan I know.
I know. She can sit through the juniors.
I know. I mean, I would want to watch it just to see what Kiefer Bellows is doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
He's looking good. Didn't he score like some really cool backhand goal to make it like 6-0 against Denmark the other day? And there's this other guy for the Blues, actually, Eric. And that's our first story. The Blues signed Doug Armstrong to a 4-year extension. this year. St. Louis is 23-14-2. Eric, I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but what are your thoughts on the deal?
Honestly, this is a guy that has made a lot of bold moves. Trading Kevin Shattenkirk, letting David Backes walk. Honestly, I do think that it's a good deal. I think it's very well deserved because he has been with the team in 10 seasons. He's been with the team 10 seasons since 2008, since taking over the general manager in 2010. He led the Blues to 6 consecutive postseason berths. And in 2012, he was general manager of the year. So I really do think that after all these moves that Armstrong has done, they still have stayed relevant and honestly a powerhouse West Conference.
They're still one of the top teams, definitely.
They really are.
Yeah, but the thing is, their closest competition is Vegas. It's an expansion team, so they should be playing better. But then again, Vegas is playing out of their mind.
Vegas had a great win last night in overtime against the Los Angeles Kings.
They are playing out of their mind.
Yep.
But honestly, I do think that this was well deserved for Armstrong.
It's crazy. Honestly, I know we haven't really talked about them much because there hasn't really been too much hockey. But I just feel like I have to mention it with the Vegas Golden Knights, what they're able to do right now.
They are nuts.
It's just such a great story in terms of just looking at
they've used 6 different goalies, right?
I hope there's eventually a 30 for 30 on it or something. There should be.
Yeah, there really should be. Marc-Andre Fleury, Malcolm Subban, Oscar Dance, Maxime Lagacé, Dylan Ferguson. There's a 6th one in there. Their backup, Picard. Calvin Picard, is he there?
Well,
I don't know if he's there anymore because I think they might. Because he made a lot of moves after the expansion draft.
He might have played a game for
half of the people they drafted with the expansion draft. I don't even think are on the team. They really and they have a lot of draft picks for the future. And the fact that they're this good already, you can't forget about James Neal. He's playing out of his mind.
The Islanders from Vegas, they took J.F. Berube.
Yes.
Berube's not on.
And then they
Vegas.
switched Berube to I think the Blackhawks.
Yes, yeah, Berube's now with the Blackhawks
in
their
AHL team.
AHL team, yeah. So according to Matt Gashtka of DK Pittsburgh Sports, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Chris Letang is definitely available to be traded for. Although there were some reports that came out today that he's not being shopped. Who knows what is correct? Only Jim Rutherford. This year, he has 25 points in 37 games. Do you think that the Penguins should trade him? What do you think they can get for him?
I don't think the Penguins should trade him because if they want to get things rolling again, they're going to have to really, they're going to have to keep their defense, in lock, especially that, looking back at last year, they had defensive problems. So you don't want to trade away your top defenseman you have in Chris Letang. I mean, it's just something I feel like this. I was just about to say the Steelers. Oh, man.
Alex Fleites would like you.
Yeah, but, it's something that I don't think the Penguins should do. I think, they need to get rolling again to be that top team. So I think they need to keep everyone they have. I mean, they could definitely get something for them. If a team's looking for a defenseman like the New York Islanders, but it wouldn't happen, I don't think.
No chance to an interdivision team.
Exactly. But, again, you could definitely get something for him, but I don't think it's worth it.
I agree with you. I wouldn't want the Penguins to give up Letang. I mean, I would because I'm an Islander fan.
Of course.
But for their sake, I wouldn't want them to. And you know what? If you're Garth Snow and Chris Letang becomes available, you got to go after him.
Jump on him.
Oh, of course. So according to Bruce Garriock of the Ottawa Sun, every senator except Erik Karlsson and Mark Stone can be mentioned in trade discussions. This year, Ottawa is 11-16-8. Which senators do you think are the most likely to be traded?
I'm surprised Duchesne isn't untouchable.
I know, right? They just traded for him. Now it's like he's back on the block.
Because he hasn't been performing too well. Nothing crazy. I know he scored his first game against the Islanders, actually, when they were playing in Ottawa.
I was at the Islander-Avalanche game when Duchesne left the ice early.
I remember when you said that. I remember that.
That was really funny. It's like, wait a minute, did he get hurt? I don't remember seeing him get hurt. Oh, wait a minute, he's been traded?
That's crazy.
Holy moly.
There are 3 names on the Senators that I think are a huge possibility that can be moved. One of them is Brassard. Another one is honestly Bobby Ryan.
I agree with you there.
And Pajot.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Pajot.
JG Pajot.
You're forgetting about one other piece, too.
Which one?
I don't know, goaltender?
Craig Anderson.
What, Anderson?
Craig Anderson.
Anderson's not doing well for Ottawa. I could see them moving him. Mike Condon, too.
And especially, Anderson, last year he played well. He has potential. I mean, he's older. So it's not like potential to be a star, but potential to at least be a good starter for a team that, needs goaltending. Again, going back to the New York sports, like the New York Islanders.
I wouldn't want Anderson.
I wouldn't either, but I'm saying in terms of just possible options, in terms of, where the Islanders could be looking in terms for a goaltender, that's another option.
Jimmy Howard.
Yeah, I want Jimmy Howard.
Howard, Peter Mrazek. You have all these. There's plenty, but
I'd rather have Howard than Mrazek.
Honestly, I like our goalie we have. I believe it's AHL or in one of our systems.
McAdam?
No.
Sorokin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've heard good things about him.
Sorokin is like supposed to be like a star.
All right. You look so tired right now.
No, I was just trying to think of it, but you guys thought of it for me. That's my thinking face.
Oh wait, and I'm sorry, another center I just saw. I didn't think of it. I feel like there is a possibility because he was moved before. Phaneuf.
Absolutely. Phaneuf's got a big contract. They could want to move him. How about Cody Ceci?
Oh, it's Phaneuf?
It's Phaneuf.
Oh, I thought. Oops.
You're saying it with a New York accent. It's fine.
It's okay.
How about Cody Ceci? Young defenseman that they could get something for. He's underperforming this year.
Again, there's no reason why everyone shouldn't be on the block. Honestly, I figured Duchesne's untouchable.
Yeah.
But you know what? See what you can get.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with it.
The Ottawa Senators, like the Miami Marlins. I don't understand.
Just trading everyone away.
A team that almost went to the Stanley Cup Finals. I hope not.
Yeah. Well, it's looking like it.
So we got about a minute left. It's time for the bottom of the ninth. Brandon, we'll start with you.
Yeah, man, definitely shout out to our show, Beyond the Game, one of the top shows here at WHPC. We didn't even get nominated for anything in the college awards, but that's another story.
Thanks
so look,
for reminding me.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
got over it.
I feel the same way, but definitely a highlight of this year on this show was when I was able to talk about racism. I mean, for me, that was a stepping stone for me for this show this year, and also I hope everyone has a good New Year's, and we'll see you guys for the next year show.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We have a best of Beyond the Game that will play if there's a torrential blizzard or something like that, and one of the moments is you talking about racism.
Yeah,
it was your best moment ever. It was
very powerful.
I was really honored to be a part of it.
Thank you,
Dominic.
Well, in terms of with sports with bottom of the ninth, I would have to go to the New York Islanders on this one. I was able to go to the game on Wednesday, as I mentioned, and honestly, Barzal, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with Matt Barzal. And,
if Johnny T leaves, he's the next face of the Islanders.
Yes, but I don't think John Tavares is going to leave. I think, eventually we're going to get that update on our phones. But in terms of just Beyond the Game, I'm happy, that, I was able to make it through, since I joined.
You survived!
And it was actually around this time, so it's pretty much almost a year, and I'm excited for a whole nother one, too.
The first time I ever met you was the day after the Jets-Colt Monday night debacle in 2016.
And I remember one of my first times being here, you were complaining about Colin Kaepernick. So.
Yeah, that sounds right. Eric?
Well, I just kind of want to end it on a joke, personally. It's on terms of the Giants, and this is what my boss told me. So, Joe D, I'm looking at you. When the Giants hired Dave Gettleman, he told me this. I don't want someone that's a hybrid of Phil Jackson and Drew Carey in New York again, because something's bad is going to happen. But honestly, just in terms of Beyond the Game, I'm very excited and honored that I really did get this opportunity. It really did change me as a person, and honestly, it opened my eyes. And I thought I knew about sports a lot until I met, all three of you.
Until you met me. You said to me at my Super Bowl party that you thought you knew sports history until you met me.
Yeah, and then I was absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I like doing that.
But honestly, just have a happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.
So Johnny Bauer passed away on Tuesday night at the age of 93 from pneumonia. In my opinion, he's the 9th best goalie of all time. He'll be deeply missed. And there used to be a piece hanging up in my house with his autograph. I don't know if it's still there, actually. All right. Looks like we're about out of time here on Beyond the Game. For Brandon Johnson, Dominic Arbolino, and Eric Fischetti, I'm Jacob Volk saying Happy New Year!